Okay, I'm going to do a video of how to do the Rubik's Cube. And basically, I learned to do the cube about 40 years ago, hard to believe now. Um, and it may not be the fastest method, but I have remembered it, and it's a fairly straightforward way to get there. I have done it in under a minute before, but typically 2.5 minutes, something like that. I'll do it in. So the first thing is, basically, I will put the sequences into the description of the video at some point. Um, but basically, when you hold the Rubik's Cube, there's different moves I'm going to talk through. Right is clockwise right, minus right is backwards. Upper is upper clockwise, minus upper is backwards. Center up, you move the center one up, center down, and so on. We've got others, so front face would be that one, and then down face clockwise is that way. Okay, but it'll hopefully make sense in a while. So the first thing is to realize is the middle pieces of a cube are the ones that are static. So the first thing to do is to pick a color to start with. So I'm going to start with red just because it happens to be there. And the first sort of part of getting the cube going is to think about what's easy to get next to the first red. So suddenly we've got these two reds, so nice and straightforward. Now the side of this red is a blue, so the next thing to do is to turn this sides around until you've got the blue. So now you've got the red here, the red and the blue and the blue. And those will always kind of be static. And you'll notice you've got the red and white. One needs to go here, the red and green one needs to go here, and the red and yellow one needs to go here. Now you may have other reds on the same face, but if they haven't got the right colour on the side, then it's pointless. They're in the wrong position. So the next thing is to sort of look around and see what what other reds there are in the right position. Now, some of this does take a bit of practice, but basically this is a red and white, and you want this red and white to be up here. Now there's many different ways to do this. What I'm going to do first is just to turn it round so that the red is at the bottom. You've got another red one here, but it's actually not particularly helpful at the moment. So you've got this red and white one here. You want the red and white one to go up here. So this move is simple. The first moves, I haven't written them down because you'll just get used to them. But you want this red one to be here. So you move it out of the way. You move the middle one down. And then you move the red across. And then you move the middle one back. And it's now in its place. So the red and the white with the white here. You've still got the red and the blues here. So this is quite nice. Potentially, the first things to do is to get the cross. You don't have to, but you can do. Really, you need to use your observation. So here you've got a red and a yellow and a blue. The way I do this is really to sort of pick ones that are quite easy. So, you know, the low-hanging fruit almost, and then you find other pieces potentially move into place. So this red, blue and yellow, keeping these centre ones here, you know this red, blue and yellow needs to go here. Red, blue and yellow needs to go there, basically. So what you can do is move this one down, move the red and yellow across, and then move it back. And quite often that is the way to do this. You've got a cube up here, and you've got a cube down here somewhere that you want to move into its place. So you move the one on the lower level across, you move the one you're trying to change down, and then you move the piece across to replace it, and then move it back. So it's kind of move the cube away, move the one you're trying to adjust down, move the cube into it, and then move it back. I don't know if that makes sense, but apologies if it doesn't. So anyway, you've got this this red one. So only put in the pieces in the right place if you can. Now this one is a bit of an odd one. It's kind of not quite in the right place. So move it down, move the bottom one across and move it back. And now suddenly this red one that we were looking at, red, green, and white, is in a better position because the red face is there and you want to get the red face up to here. Now, let's think, where should it be? The red, the green and the white needs to actually be here. So this red, green and white needs to be over here. So again, the way to do it is just like we did the last one. You move this one down, you move that red, white and green one across and then bring it up. So that red one's now in the right place. So these are all in the right place. That is looking good. Now here you've got red and yellow. You want that turned round basically. So the thing to do first is just to move that down. Whoops. Moving the center one down, move it out of the way, left or right. And now the red one's at the bottom. And when one is at the bottom like that, you get to where the yellow is. Right, here we are. Okay, so you want this red and yellow to actually be here. And this is just a nice basic move. So you put the red on the opposite side. You move the middle one down. Whoops. So moving the middle one down there. Turn the cube all the way around. And then move it back. And lo and behold, the red and the yellow is there. And you've also got that nice red, yellow, green here. So this red, oh, and that red, you need up here. That's quite nice, isn't it? So you move those two away. So red and green, move those two away. Move this side one down and move them back. And then suddenly you've got those in their place. So now you've just got one more red to get. Now I know this might seem a bit odd at the beginning and hard to work out, but once you've got this first surface, that's key to the rest of the success, and you'll get the hang of it if you just keep practicing. So the red and the blue and white is here. Now it's not in the right place, or it's not in a great place at all, to be honest, but there we are. I'm going to move it so it's underneath this one. Move that left one and then slide it up, and now it's kind of in the right area, but it's still the wrong way around. So if you move it down, across, back, and now suddenly it's there, which is in a better position. To get this one up here, you just turn it that way and slide it up. Okay, so hopefully that makes some form of sense. And what you're trying to just get here is this top face. So you pick the red, you stuck with it, and it's very important to make sure that the sides always match with these ones, which they do. That is key. If they don't match, they never will. And I tend to do the middle pieces first and then the corner ones, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's completing the first layer correctly. So that's step one. Brilliant. Now, step two is to fill in the four middle pieces, which are these ones. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, you know on top you've got red, and at the bottom you've got orange, whatever colour that is. So any of these pieces here will never have red or orange. So the thing to do is to look for the ones that haven't got red and orange. And here's one, yellow and blue. And what you do, so you want this yellow and blue piece to move to here. Okay, so we've identified this yellow and blue one needs to go up here. And there's a particular move that you do, a sequence of moves, which is right, left, minus left. And then you put the top piece back, and I'll explain. So you hold the cube like this. The yellow is at the bottom of the yellow, and you're moving it to the left. And the way you do that is you go right, left, minus right, whoops, minus left. And it seems a bit odd because it just seems to have messed the whole damn thing up. And in fact, I think I have messed it up. But if you put the red back, oh no, I haven't messed it up, that is right. If you put the red back, the blue and the yellow magically appear in place. It's a bit of an odd move really, but let's try it again on another one. So look for a piece that hasn't got an orange, and unfortunately there isn't any. And what's happened here, you've got the green and yellow is here, that you want over here. The green and white is there and you want it there, and the white and blue is there and you want it here. So they're all kind of in their positions, but in the wrong position. So that's a little bit annoying. So what we're just going to use is this green and orange one. We're going to put this up here, which will move that one out of the way. So I'm going to do right, left, minus right, minus left. And then it's just a question of putting that red one back. So you move it out of the way, move the side down, move the red one back. And now that green and pink one has gone into that gap. And it's moved out the blue, which one was it? Green and yellow, sorry. So similar to last time, whoops, I can put the green underneath the green side. So the green edge here matching with this side needs to go up here. So you do the same move, right, left, minus right, minus left. Okay, and now you just put that red back up here, and the process of putting the red back up there brings the yellow and green with it. So now you have the yellow and green in its place, which is good. Okay, so now here you've got a green and white. So we do exactly what we did last time. You line the white up with the green. You can do it the other way if the colour's the other way around, but we'll see if the last piece is. So you line the white up and you do right, left, minus left. And then you move that, you want to move that red back up here, and the process of putting that red back brings the green and white with it. So now we've got all of these apart from one. So it's a blue and white. And if we find the blue and white, here we are, we're going to do exactly the same move again. So I'm not able to show you the other way, but the other way, let's say if that blue and white was the other way around and you had the white here, you would go left, down, right. Sorry, do that again. Left, right, down, so minus right, and then the base across, and then right up. Okay, so it's the reverse of this. So let's do it this way anyway. Right, left, minus right, minus left. Put the red back. Okay, and now suddenly you can see you've got the top two layers correct. Okay, all of this, if you practice, it becomes easier. Now we're focusing on this top layer. So the first thing you're trying to do is to find a right angle of the same colour, and there isn't one. All we've got is this funny kind of Space Invader bridge shape, which is no good. But there's a move that once you've got the right angle that you do, and it creates a cross. So we're going to try that move now and see if we get a right angle. So it's center up, center down, upper twice, center up, upper cross, center down. And it hasn't changed anything, so complete waste of time. Let's try doing it from here. Center up, upper cross, center down, upper twice, center up, upper cross, center down. Still haven't got it. Okay, we're going to try a different one, which is the next move, which is right, upper, minus right, upper, minus right. So right, upper, minus right, upper, minus right. And now we can see we've got a right angle at last. So you line up this colour, there's a white with the white side. Okay, so we've got the right angle face from us going to the right. Okay, and then you do the first move, center up, minus center, upper, center, upper, minus center. So let's try it, see what happens. Center up, minus center, upper twice, center up, upper cross, center down. And luckily, what I hoped would happen has happened, which is you get a cross. So once you've got a right angle, you do that move and it gives you a cross. And luckily, we've got the pieces in the right places. But quite often you don't, and there's a move which moves these three across. Basically, the move is right, upper, minus right, upper, minus right. And what happens is you make sure that one of the pieces is facing you, the correct piece is facing you, and you do this move and it will move the others around. In fact, I might do it just to show you. So you can see I've got blue, green and a yellow there, and the white is facing me. So it's correct, but let's assume it wasn't correct. So I'm going to try this: right, upper, minus right, upper, right, upper, upper, minus right. And now you can see they're in the wrong places. The green should be there, the blue should be there, and the yellow should be there. And what's happened is they've all moved anti-clockwise. So I'm going to do it again: right, upper, minus right, upper, right, upper, upper, minus right. And they've moved one stage further again. So the next time I do it, they'll be in the right place. The blue needs to be here, the green needs to be here, the yellow needs to be there. So I'll do it again: right, upper, minus right, upper, right, upper, upper, minus right. And you can see now the green's in the right place, yellow's in the right place, blue's in the right place, white's in the right place. Okay, so you've now got the cross. So all you've got now is to get these four in the right place. Now, sometimes they're in the right place. So this one is in the right place. You can see if you turn that one around, it'll be in the right place. If you turn that one around that way, it'll be in the right place. If you turn that one clockwise, it'll be in the right place. If you turn that one anti-clockwise, it'll be in the right place. So there is a move which allows you to swap these corner pieces around, because quite often you'll have one in the right place and the others won't be. And there's a move which swaps two at a time. Okay, I'm thinking I might do it just to show you. So they, in this situation, they're in the right place, and 50-50 you'll get them in the right place, which is quite nice. But let's assume that they're wrong. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap these two, and I'm going to swap these two, and you have to do them in pairs. Okay, so let's go for it. Right, front, sorry, let's do that again. Front, right, minus front, minus right. Front, right, minus front, minus right. Front, right, minus front, minus right. And then you move the top across, because you're swapping the next two. Right, so front, right, minus front, minus right. You're basically doing this 3 times. Now if I put them back, you'll see that this, so one of them is in the right place. This was the one that was still in the right place. And now, because I've swapped these around, this one needs to go over here. This one needs to go here, and this one needs to go there. So what I'm going to do is the same move backwards. So I'm going to swap these two, and then these two. And again, you have to do them in pairs, so you have to work it out. Use your brain which two to turn first. So we're going to do these two. So right, so it's front, right, minus front, minus right, front, right, minus front, minus right, front, right, minus front, minus right, with the top across, because you're now going to swap these two. Front, right, minus front, minus right, front, right, minus front, minus right, front, right, minus right, minus right, whatever. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so now we're actually back to where we were at the beginning, where we've got the right pieces in the right place. So you can move them into the right corners. So now they're in the right corners, you need to turn them. And you can turn them clockwise or anti-clockwise. So to turn them clockwise, so this way, you do left, down, minus left, minus down, left, down, minus down. And you can see actually it's in the right place. Then you move to the next one. This time you're doing anti-clockwise. So this time you do right, down, minus right, up, down, minus right, up, like so. And that's in the right place. Move it across. This one's going clockwise. So it's left one down, right, up, back. You're basically doing that same move twice. You're keeping the bottom fixed. And the last move, this is going to mean the whole cube's going to be complete. So you're turning this one anti-clockwise. So right first, left one down, right, down, base layer back, that one up. And then last time, 1, 2, 3, 4. And da, da, da. The cube is now complete. And that's it. 20 minutes tutorial. Thank you very much. Good luck. And yeah, I'll copy the basic sequences. But realistically, there's only really 4 or 5 sequences that you have to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 sequences. Once you've got them, keep practicing it. You'll have it sussed in no time. Okay. Good luck, guys. Well done.